In front of you is the main protease of the coronavirus. It is the key protein coronaviruses use to break down proteins and peptides. Point at the molecule and use the grip button to grab and rotate it. Great. Now grab with both hands to change the scale. Bring your hand. You can also press down on the joystick to show the laser to others. The joystick should click, and you should see a more prominent laser appear over the default light green laser. Now, let's combine the grip button and joystick for a combo interaction. Hold the grip button and use the joystick to push or pull the molecules. Notice the top thumb button on your left controller indicated in yellow? This is the action button. You can tap the action button to toggle the action menu. You can also press and hold it to move the action menu and find a good spot to place it by letting go of the button. Tap the button again to close the action menu. And remember, this menu can be pulled up at any time. Now let's move on to your right-hand controller. Press and hold the top thumb button. Now, hover your green laser over a tool you would like to select and release your thumb button to equip it. You can also quickly tap the right thumb button to return to the default hand mode. To move around in the space or move content closer to you, click the Edit Position button on the wrist menu. You could then look down at the floor and teleport to any tile around you by pressing and holding the trigger while pointing at the location where you'd like to move. Click the Edit Position button again when you're finished. You can change your forward position at any time by pressing and holding the Home button on the right-hand controller. Congratulations! You have completed Nanome Basics. Check out our advanced tutorials for more content, or exit to the lobby and create your own room and try out your new skills.
Information along its basis. And we'll go more into detail about how it does that in the next tutorial. But something to note about the DNA sequence is that it is the blueprint for so many molecules within the cell. And it's very, very important that the copies are stored in the nucleus and that they're kept perfectly in the same sequence as when they started. This way, as cells replicate and as life goes on, these sequences are not corrupted, ensuring that cell replication can move forward properly. Now, mutations are when we change or lose spaces within the DNA chain, and this can result in all sorts of disease. So, since DNA is so important, instead of just taking the DNA and making molecules from it, we instead undergo a process known as transcription. Now, transcription is the process of DNA being converted to another readable format, and that's called RNA. Transcription is exactly what it sounds like. We take information stored in the DNA, copy it as a template, and now we have a new copy, which we call RNA. In this case, messenger RNA. Now, messenger RNA keeps the same sequence from DNA, but has a slightly different structure and slightly different features. The R in RNA, for example, simply stands for riboxy versus the D in DNA, which stands for deoxy. So now we're on the same page. There are slight structural differences between DNA, RNA. What's more important are these functional differences. RNA is able to be used outside of the nucleus in order to do a host of tasks, including, but not limited to, the information it stores. But it also can form secondary structures such as tRNA, mRNA.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Informative Classics. So in this part of the video, I decided that I would take the RNA molecule. Now, to let you guys know, I'm actually doing this in virtual reality, guys, with the Oculus, the MetaQuest 2. And it just amazed me how you can take the molecule and stretch it out as much as you want to see how the molecule actually looks. And if you guys see, I'm just taking my hands and it allows you to stretch out the molecule as much as you want to. So I figured I'd have some fun to see just how far I can stretch this thing out. And if you see, I'm standing and that's the sky. So I said, I wonder if I could reach this thing all the way up towards the sky. Let's see how far it can actually go. And at a certain point, as I'm looking up, I'm like, man, this thing is pretty high up there. At a certain point in the video, you'll see me turn around in my headset, and I didn't even notice that the molecule had wrapped all the way around me. It was so tall and so huge that it wrapped all the way around my body. So you can see me turn around now, and you see it's behind me too. I didn't even notice that. I'm like, wow. To experience this in virtual reality, guys, I can't explain what it's like, but I just wanted to share this with you. Peace out.